Welcome to your online video recap in association with thestandard.com.
Hi Mark, lovely to meet up with you on the range again and do some further work on your game. Just a quick look at things in regards to the discussion we had yesterday about starting the downswing. So it was really a lot of work on the transitional area with the iron. What we're seeing here is a guy who's releasing accumulator number 4, so the left arm or the hands are moving away from the right shoulder progressively from the start of the downswing. So from P4 to P5, the gap between the hands and the right shoulder is widening, resulting in a radius that would, if left to its own devices, get a little bit wide. But what we tend to do, you can see there, the left arm starts to kink a little bit. Again, one way of preventing the club digging in the ground. Further bend there coming in. Right knee sliding in a little bit too much to try and bring the low point across. We can see there at P6 the arm is not advanced enough, therefore the radius is not actually tight enough coming into the golf ball. And the reason for that is the manner in which we load or unload, should I say, the accumulators need to change slightly. So from the top of the backswing, the only change in the accumulators from P4 to P5 is an increasing load on accumulator 2, so the wrist should load more. And then from P5, the hands can start to move away from the shoulder. And I've got some good footage of Grant weight that we used yesterday that I'll get up towards the end of your session. But from the top, the feeling is that the left knee moves forward, the hands stay where they are, and we just down lag it a little bit as per the footage I'm going to show you of Grant weight. So just a little bit of work on that movement. From down the line, it's looking great. There's a lot of good things going on with your golf swing, and I'm sure that you're going to enjoy playing your golf courses in the coming season. In regards to the driver, now this was where we got a little bit emotional when we first saw this. Setup looking good, just bumping the hips forward, foot flare massively improved on the way it would normally be. But then as we take the club back, we maintain the forward flex too long. And you can see as you go back, there's too much movement off the ball here. Left shoulder far too much behind the golf ball, and then from there all the swing plane is shifted to the right unless we do other things in the downswing to compensate, such as releasing accumulator 2 a little bit too soon. If we did get some shaft lean on it from this top of the backswing position, we'd make hitting it to the right an Olympic sport, as per my playing career. So what we need is a much more centred top of the backswing position. And what we've done here is, as I suggest you do when you're playing at the tournaments or practicing at the tournaments, get a cane to the right hand side of your head just to stabilise that move away from the golf ball. You can see the path of the left shoulder now is more downward. Still a really good turn, but it's more of a turn over the centre of your stance with much less lean away from the target than what we're seeing down here. So just going to zoom in on that one. Big difference between those two positions in regards to the location of the centre of gravity and the amount of extension you have in your spine at the top of the backswing. So a little bit of work on staying centred with the driver, and in your defence we haven't done a lot of work on your driver through the winter months. Iron swing looking much more stacked at the top, much better extension, much less lean away from the target. And as I said, you just got to load or unload those accumulators in a little bit more of an appropriate manner. I'm just going to get the footage of Grant weight up for you now with driver, just to go over and give you a good visual on what's needed when you're hitting the big stick in particular, but when you're hitting any golf club, you need to load and unload the accumulators in the appropriate manner. We've got Grant on here somewhere, there you go. It'd be a great model for your swing, Mark, like we were discussing yesterday. Similar sort of height and build. Looking at this footage, you can see the accumulators loading nicely on the way back. When we get to the top of the backswing, this gap here we referred to being 10 units. Doesn't really matter what it is, and it remains 10 up until P5. You can see there the hand's not really moving away from the shoulder any from P4 to P5, but there's a definite increase in the wrist hinge, or the wrist cock, from P4 to P5. So from P4 to P5, accumulator 2 loads more. From P5 onwards, accumulator 4, the left arm, starts to move away from the right shoulder. Accumulator 1, the right arm, starts to expand. As that happens, accumulator 2 starts to release, and then accumulator 3 will unload gradually throughout impact. So you can see that first move down from P4 to P5 is left knee forward, and the relationship between the body and the arms stays the same. Do the arms drop down? Yes. Is there a conscious move of the arms away from the body? No. The arms are brought into position via the linear movement of the body and the unwinding of the torso. So from the top of the backswing, P4 to P5, left knee forward, load 2 more. When you're practicing that, make sure that you only practice P4 to P5. Quite disciplined in that. Once you get to P5, we want accumulator 4 to start releasing, followed by 1, 2, and then 3. Good luck with it. Keep in touch, and I'll keep my eyes on the top of the leaderboard. Well done.